Leaders become great not because of their power, but for their ability to inspire and elicit commitment, passion, consistent action, and follow through from others. Ty Howard. Ladies and gentlemen, a pleasant noon to you all. It is a great privilege to welcome you all to this E-Awards ceremony. I am Mrs. K. Ramya, Executive Chairman and Director of National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development, and I am honored to be the anchor for today's program. On behalf of the Honorable Founder and Chairman, Presidium members, Advisory Board members, Deans, Chapter Heads and Associates of NFED, I heartily welcome our Honorable Chief Guests, Ms. Devika Rani Vivekanandan, Co-Founder and Chief Operating Officer of LTT Global Communications Private Limited, Selangor, Malaysia, and Ms. Revati Sivakumar, Director of Go Bananas Play School and Preschool, Mayur Educational Trust, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. I express my hearty welcome to our distinguished guests of honor, Ms. Lata Krishna Kumar, Chief Executive Officer of Lacris Consultancy Services, Bangalore, Karnataka, Mr. Nanda Kumar, Founder and Director of Covayon, London, United Kingdom, and Engineer Balaji Subramanian, Managing Director of Sri Vijayabharati Associates, Harur, Dharmaburi District, Tamil Nadu. On behalf of Presidium of NFED, I extend my warm welcome to all the national awardees from all over India to the 7th National Entrepreneurs Day Awards 2020 organized by our NFED. I also welcome all the facilitators and associates of NFED joining us this afternoon for celebrating this magnificent virtual award ceremony. According to Martin Luther King Jr., life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? Keeping this notion, NFED as a socialist organization is marching towards upbringing socio-economic development through creating enterprising community with great hopes and high aspirations. In this auspicious occasion, let us invoke the blessings of God to be highly successful in all our ventures. I request the light gathering to rise for the prayer song. Thank you. Continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. Sir Winston Churchill. National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development began its journey in 2003 with one character as founder and chairman, Karmavir Jyoti Professor Dr. R. Ganesan, who is living in adherence to the quotes of Swami Vivekananda, arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. Professor Ganesan's strong human will has been inclined towards a vision that entrepreneurial infusion is needed to attain perfectionism and socio-economic progression, which is incidentally his indomitable spirit and mission towards creating enterprising cult across the nation to achieve socio-economic sustenance and rejuvenate the workforce economy and in turn restructure our nation. Over the years, he has added numerous characters having such humanistic views into NFED's fold and evolved it as a socialist organization to power the plugs of self-development for gearing entrepreneurship through appropriate skill development practices. In his leadership, NFED envisaged in fostering enterprising human workforces within the society through meticulous efforts on research, teaching, training, publications, etc. NFED has been primarily focusing on the frontiers of entrepreneurship by creating awareness and promulgating research and development activities with a vision to create enterprising society through entrepreneurship education. We have associated and collaborated with many educational institutions and organizations and primarily aim in creating enterprising communities, particularly in schools, colleges, and universities through our training and development activities, focusing mainly on entrepreneurship development, research insights, and skill development. With the goal to congregate entrepreneurs to create an entrepreneurial cult across the globe and foster entrepreneurship development process, NFED Business Facilitators Forum, NBFF, a strategic action unit under National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development, was initiated on 7th November 2015. NBFF aims to bring in an entrepreneurial climate through encouraging youths and interested individuals to vent into entrepreneurial activities by providing the facilitative platform for fulfilling their business aspirations. Furthermore, it functions as interfacing plank for enhancing their motivation and inclinations to become prosperous and potential entrepreneurs. In addition to this, it also insists on business growth through the concept of interdependence by creating channels and integrating entrepreneurial talents for collective existence, sustenance, and survival. Entrepreneurs are the ones who play a vital role in bringing a radical change in the society of any nation in terms of economic development. They see to the opportunities and engage themselves in risk taking activities across stormy challenges to achieve a different possible outcome that benefit the society at large and bringing socio-economic sustenance. The entrepreneurs are indispensable to foster industrial innovation, employment generation, and economic growth to achieve the holistic socio-economic growth. Despite entrepreneurs' economic development activities through services, innovations, and phenomenal contributions towards nation building, most of them are not highlighted, and their strenuous efforts towards nation building are not recognized. So, NFED intends to recognize the exceptional talents of entrepreneurs, and NFED's Foundation Day is celebrated as National Entrepreneurs Day since its official inception at Coimbatore on 7th November 2013. This seventh National Entrepreneurs Day Awards is a unique national recognition for entrepreneurs to expand their enterprising potential and is indeed a splendid motivation for many established and budding entrepreneurs aspiring to be invincible in their entrepreneurial endeavors to facilitate India to prosper as an enterprising nation across the globe. I heartily congratulate all the national awardees of the 7th National Entrepreneurs Day Awards and wish you all success in your professional walks of life. Excellence is never an accident. It is the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. With this insightful quote of Aristotle, I cordially welcome our Honorable Founder and Chairman of NFED, Karmavir Jyoti, Professor Dr. R. Ganesan. Professor Ganesan earned his doctorate from the reputed IIT Delhi with a special focus on entrepreneurship development. He possesses more than 2 decades of research experience in the field of entrepreneurship and management. He has served in different academia ranging from deemed universities, engineering colleges, arts and science colleges, B schools, and international universities. He has more than 70 research contributions to his credit, which are published in refereed and indexed journals, books, book chapters, monographs, and conferences. He is a global author in women entrepreneurship, whose research papers are listed in Google Scholar and indexed in ISI, MLA citations, Scopus, EBSCO, ESOS, Cable's Directory, etc. He has authored 2 books on women entrepreneurship development and insurance management, which have been published at Germany. He is serving as editorial member and reviewer for numerous journals and possesses more than 18 years of editorial experience. He has edited more than 500 research articles to his credit, which includes his editorial experience across refereed and indexed journals, conferences, and book chapters at national and international levels. He has organized and hosted 3 refereed and indexed national conferences and 2 international conferences, and has conducted 36 faculty development programs, which include national and international webinars focusing on research and development, publication prospects, entrepreneurship development, digital marketing, etc. He has delivered more than 170 sessions on research insights and publication strategies, managerial skills, entrepreneurship, career development, self-management, employability skills, etc. across the nation. In commemorating his laudable academic, research, and societal transformational services through upbringing entrepreneurship development, he has been conferred with the prestigious title Karmavir Jyoti by Indian Confederation of Non-Governmental Organizations, I-Congo, New Delhi on 22nd March 2015. He is the recipient of PFLA Excellence Award for his outstanding service to education and entrepreneurs community from People First Leadership Academy, Bangalore, Karnataka on 19 January 2019. He has been conferred with Order of Eminence, the highest honor, for his global contribution to research, teaching and training and entrepreneurship development by the Presidium of NFED in its 10th National Teachers' Day Awards on 5th September 2019 at Coimbatore. He has been conferred with the prestigious MTC Global Distinguished Teacher Award in Entrepreneurship Development in the 9th World Edu Summit organized by Management Teachers Consortium, MTC Global, on 7th September 2019 at Bangalore, Karnataka. He is the founder and chairman of NFED and founder and chair of NFED Business Facilitators Forum, NBFF, Coimbatore. On behalf of this dignified assembly, I salute and call upon our erudite scholar, NFED founder and chairman, Karmavir Jyoti, Professor Dr. R. Ganesan, to deliver the presidential address.
Good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon to all of you and all the national, international awardees, entrepreneurial excellence awardees, distinguished entrepreneur awardees, and all the national awardees. A very pleasant noon, and I am thankful to you for your presence, despite of all those schedules of yours. Well, today is a remarkable day. I remember the day before this time of 7th November. Whilst my IIT days, I decided to start something prudential for bringing a transition in the society, because my topic of research is on women entrepreneurship. So soon after my PhD, I thought something to take an action, because I strongly believe in my proverb, what I do. That is, a greatness of a research work is only through its wider applicability. So whatever the researches you do, how it is applied, where it is applied, so that talks about an action on the research that becomes an action research. So with this note, I started this NFED as a virtual organization on 28th July and 2003. You can see the even website if you go to nfedindia.org, and if you go to whois.com or any other website to find the domain, you can see this 2003 is the starting phase of the NFED's website. So that means 10 long years we have been doing work in a way I can as a part of an academic activity, as a full-time academician, as a promoter of entrepreneurship, wanted to create an entrepreneurial cult across the globe, not only the nation, across the globe. So what I feel, why I instigate on entrepreneurial values to all the individuals across the globe is how you can become very organized. That is one particular question. Always it answers with only one reply. When you have the gamut of holistic skills within yourself, lot of people here have done something in their walks of life. I can say more precisely, entrepreneurial walks of life, that makes them to become a vibrant entrepreneur after very many disasters, even you can say hurdles, a lot of barriers, entry barriers, including entry barriers. You have been to this state today as an entrepreneur. I felt that, okay, somewhere the skills are present to some extent with all the individuals. We cannot say an individual is not having a skill. It is only a fine tuning of the skills along with some attribution is required. So I wanted to do this experiment with the individuals, because I cannot do any lab experiments. Okay, of course, I can take the individuals as experiment. I test so many people with so many abilities. When into my research also, I do that activity. I keep doing these conferences periodically and writing papers and all. And I find that how these people contribute to the papers, how they take meticulous efforts, what sort of learning they're having, what sort of research potential they're holding. So many things. It's not only the entrepreneurial qualities are only restricted to only entrepreneurs. It is a global phenomenon. It is with every individual, if they're entrepreneurial in general, they become very powerful. You can see all the great countries across the world. If we talk about United States, if we talk about Europe, if we talk about Canada, any Latin American countries, even if we talk about Asia Pacific like Malaysia, Singapore, all those, even Australia, they're all vibrant basically because they identified the inherent qualities of people with entrepreneurial wisdom. That's what I feel. That is why you can see Singapore is just behind our times. If we talk about India's case, it has been having a, you can say, exorbitant growth. If you talk about any country now, we wanted to invest in Singapore. So that's how the growth has. That is not the growth of a country. It is the growth of all the individuals who inherited that entrepreneurial qualities. That's what I feel. I'm not blaming that a country like India is not having that. We are having that, but we are not identifying the exact things what we have to do. This is one of the argument, because when I was doing a PhD in a renowned institute like IIT, I only found three institutions are into this entrepreneurship. Basically, the state industrial corporations, they are into the entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship Development Institute of India, Ahmedabad, was doing this predominant work since 1967. They are doing this work. And some institute called Indian Institute of Entrepreneurship at Guwahati in Assam was into this training and development. And some national institute like NISBIRD are all some doing some small activities. But if you talk about the activities are good, they are getting a lot of funds, they're training. But finally, what is the net result of entrepreneurial output from a country like India is totally below outnumbered. You cannot say outnumbered. It's totally below outnumbered. And if you see this, people are into the business. They are into the business in unorganized sectors than the organized sectors. Reason is the entrepreneurs are not. You can say individuals are not faster to become an organized entrepreneur. That's what I feel. The organizing, if you talk about organizing, then the qualities have to take place. That is, you're going to talk about all the qualities: a self-management quality, a time-centric quality, a timely action-centric quality, a focused quality. There are all qualities of entrepreneurs. If you talk about any entrepreneur here, they're having all the qualities. Most of the qualities are 95%, they are having these qualities. So that qualities are totally dormant in the case of Indian climatic conditions. And entrepreneurs are less than, I can say, 10% out of the total registration. And that is again a big question mark before me. What I am going to do? I got a PhD. I can be in a job. That's what is usually people do. So I want to do something for this transformation to happen. Only thing is that I cannot ask anybody to do that. Only you have to be the first example to do that. So I started the social enterprise as a virtual enterprise in 2003, and 10 long years I've been struggling very hard to move further, because I have to work for my earning as well as I have to survive this enterprise this side. In long back, if you talk about 2000 and all, 2003 and all, Google was not in the peak. You can say just Google has been just into the momentum in a country like India. So the visibility of the enterprise is a big question mark. So other times enterprise, the websites are mostly static. Very few dynamic and websites are available. If you talk about 20 years before, so static website is the biggest challenge to me, because people don't see this other pages. They have to click every time, and you have to go to the home and you have to see the other pages, web pages. So I have to take the link of so many important aspects what I'm doing and putting into the chat window of Yahoo or any other Rediff chat and all, and publicizing this thing across. Because if you get more than 10,000 hits only, you will be listed in the Google. Now the time has been very fast that you can do digital marketing. One fine day you can get the visibility in the Google with the 10,000 hits, just like that. But at the time it was only an individual ability to do that work. I'm just narrating my entrepreneurial journey to you to understand how many things have happened in the past. What we are doing in the present is different. How you have come to this level, to this sort of a global level, is because of these things what have I done. So that will be a learning for so many entrepreneurs here also, and they can carry the message to so many fellow entrepreneurs also, who are aspiring to become entrepreneurs also. So that sort of a thing has happened, and finally got a visibility in 2004. Almost 1 year I was to keep waiting, and 2004 I thought something we have to do in the research also. So I added all the papers of mine to the research, and I'm very able in the academics. So immediately I can get a lot of editorial boards where I represented the NFED across the world. So this is the gamut of inception to some level of a decade of experience of NFED till 2013. And 2013 I started to do a full-fledged activity of NFED. So I quit academics in 2015 only, and after then I wanted to do this work very seriously, and to do create a entrepreneurial cult across the nation, particularly focusing on the institutions, college students, and motivating them. I can say more than 1 lakh students have been addressed so far. So I don't know how many people have awakened. So many people have awakened. They're all the entrepreneurs today. I didn't take any credit of whosoever is an entrepreneur today because of my talks and all like that to have a record. But I feel that I have done justice to a large extent in the academic institutions. I have addressed more than 160 sessions in the span of, I can say, 7, 8 years with the different colleges across the globe, across the nation also. So that sort of a thing I have done. That is one. And another thing I wanted to do is conducting periodical research workshops and entrepreneurial sessions for the faculties also, for the faculties, because faculties are the people who are going to groom the students either in the school level or the college level. So I used to conduct a faculty development program focusing on these lines, even the research also, and also equally the entrepreneurship development, which is the second thing which I have done. So so far we have conducted so many webinars and FDPs. I can say almost 36 FDPs we have conducted in the short span of 7 years with a different academia, and if you name it an academia, they all know about NFAD. So I felt that this is before this also I felt this is not the end. This is not the end, because this is only a beginning. We have started to do that. So I felt that somewhere the recognition is also a problem to the individuals, because individuals, if you are not recognized, we get demotivated. The problem is the people. Usually the people wanted recognition, of course, and actually it is not the intention of doing a recognition to all the people across, but I want to focus it on the teachers first, because me being ailing from a teaching fraternity. So let me talk focus on the teachers. On 2010 I started this Teachers Day Awards, and also to identify enterprising teachers across the nation, and it was a very big ceremony. That is how the recognition, talent recognition, is started from NFED. So indirectly or directly, I am garnering the teaching community into the fold. And 2013, after appreciating the NFED in Coimbatore, then we started this Women's Day also. The first ceremony of the 2013, after 2014, we have started only Women's Day, because the NFED is having a predominant focus on women to prosper. Women empowerment is there. You can also see now the award ceremony also, there are a lot of women there. Men are in outnumbered, including me. So we are all outnumbered here. We are all the major people who are sitting there. So that is one thing I felt, that women should be empowered. Women should be highlighted. And I felt that something we have to do to the women community. If a woman does it, that is fine, because women has a fraternity feeling, they are doing it. If a man does it, that is a different aspect. Okay, that is the thing which is not happening usually. Very rarely it happened in our Dravidian cult and all like that. Mr. Periyar and all, they have done this thing. But after some academic levels, we always feel that okay, women are not empowered. I felt, but particularly with my own mother, I have seen the empowerment is not taking place. So I want to do something for that. So I started this Women's Day Awards, and that also being a welcoming factor. Whatever we have started, all things are the support of people like you are behind us. So everything goes on a rock show. So again, that I felt that the Entrepreneurs Day to be there, because our foundation day is on 7th November. Why don't you declare it as a Entrepreneurs Day? So the Presidium of NFED has issued the decree of celebrating it as a NFED's foundation day, as an Entrepreneurs Day. Like Teachers Day is Radhakrishnan sir's birthday is celebrated Teachers Day. We want to dedicate this foundation day of 7th November to be celebrated only for the entrepreneurs, who are the real pillars to create socioeconomic empowerment or development across any part of the world. They are the people who are employment givers. They are the people who are making the balance of the economy. They are the people who are bringing the societal transition. So we keep the regard of the entrepreneurs, and we started this Entrepreneurs Day. So far, if you talk about the statistics of NFED's award ceremony, almost 1,351 awards have been bestowed on people across the world, with ranging from teaching fraternity, from women community, from entrepreneurial fraternity, all those people put together. Exclusively, if you talk about entrepreneurs, totally we have given 196 awards. That is, you can say 92 awards for men entrepreneurs and 104 awards for women entrepreneurs as on today, including all the awardees today. That means again you can see the faction is slightly higher for the women. Again, we give the weightage to the women entrepreneurs, fostering them, motivating them in the way we can. So, and putting to the overall percentage, 14.51% out of the total awardees of our NFED's award ceremony. So this is in general about, if we talk about the award ceremonies or award, what's the genesis or whatever you call. But I feel that the entrepreneurs like us, whatever we do, I'm a social entrepreneur. Many of them are the business entrepreneurs who are sitting this side. So both the people have the great responsibility of creating something to the people. In the pandemic, it is very very possible. Now we can see this award ceremony is happening at the award ceremony. Even there are a lot of awardees sitting before me in this gathering, and like Mrs. Devika Rani and all, so many people are from different places. Even Sona Pandey, all those people are all knowing that for a long time they are with us. Even Devika Rani madam has come all the way from Malaysia to our NFED's award ceremony in 2018. So I remember the days. So that is the thing. So the people are there. Whenever you do good things, people join and people support us. So that sort of a thing we are trying to do for the motivating the entrepreneurs today. This is the nutshell about the things. But really speaking, what I wanted to say to all the people here in this pandemic situation is, those whosoever in the digital platform, they are all surviving. I can say who are all adaptable to the digital platform. I can say service entrepreneurs who are aware about the digitalization, who are adapting towards this process of digital marketing, whatever you call. They are all the people who are surviving in the pandemic period, despite they're doing good business. I can say that. But those on the manufacturing sector, still they are palpitating with the situation because of the unawareness of how to adapt yourself to cope up to the changes. The problem is, pandemic is there. Any pandemic will come in future also. We have to cope up. That is one of the enterprising spirit, I can say. Entrepreneurs have to adapt to situations and to make the changes to happen. That is one of the most important qualities of entrepreneur. I feel that a lot of entrepreneurs in a country like India, they're still not in the proper position to adapt towards themselves to the any pandemic situation, disaster management, anything, whatever is going to come up. Today, Corona is there. Again, some other pandemic will come in upcoming years, in the ensuing years. So we have to go with these things. We have to overcome this situation. That means what? As a learner, we should know what you're doing. That means what? You have to be very careful. We have to be very careful, and you should be super competent towards situations. In anticipation, you have to work. That is very important. In anticipation, you have to work. And enterprising qualities are always there with us, but we have to update with the enterprising qualities. That is one of the important things for the entrepreneurs. They have to update themselves. What's happening? What's going on? What is the GDP of India? What is the GDP is going on different countries where you're intending to do business? Where you want to tie up? What sort of regulations are available? What is the international regulation? So many things are there for an entrepreneur to learn. Maybe if you're a nascent level, that's fine. But if you're in a grown level, to more than 3, 4 to 5 years gestation, beyond this break-even point, you are crossed that level and you are establishing yourself, means you have to be aware and also to attend a lot of sessions. When you are not aware, no problem. That is nothing biggest remark on you. But you can always attend sessions, attend workshops, update yourselves. Nothing wrong in it. You are conducting digital marketing, means you can also attend a digital marketing workshop. Nothing wrong in it. That is, you are updating yourself. That is very, very important for the entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs who are not updated, who are not whiling away with this uncertainty, with the super competence, are the people who are not into the entrepreneurial domain at all. That we are seeing. A lot of closures are happening. A lot of problems are going on here and there. I hope that all the entrepreneurs will agree with me with my point of view reference here, that you have to be alert and attentive to the maximum possible extent as an entrepreneur. As an entrepreneur, what we are doing. And one more thing is that every time I used to say this award is not the end. It is only just a beginning for everybody to do the consistent work what you're doing. So the award ceremony is conducted in this fashion is also an adaptation. Be adapted to do this award ceremony. I can do it because without this I can say next year we can have this award ceremony. Nobody is going to question me, but I want to do it because that is persistence. That is the persistence quality of an entrepreneur, that you have to do this thing. You're taken a mission, you're taken a vision, you're having the zeal to do that, then make it happen. Despite of all the pandemic, you can succeed. That is very important. A lot of people are already lost, who are on the award ceremonies, who are making a lot of money, are all gone, vanished. But we do the work. We do the work means what? That means we are having that persistence as a quality to do the work. So that quality is to be for everybody. It's not only for me. It's present with all the people. So you all march with the prosperity. You all have these enterprising qualities. Update yourself. Keep learning. Keep openness to learning, and also do the great job and be with super competence, and work in anticipation to the situations what is going to upcome. So that will be my suggestion to all the awardees. I once again congratulate all the global awardees as well as national awardees of this auspicious 7th National Entrepreneurs Day 2020, and wish you all success in your entrepreneurial walks of life and your journey. Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor, for your inciting and exhilarating speech. NFED has gained wide acclaim across the nation and globe due to its exorbitant morale, phenomenal values, and impeccable quality, which facilitated to its novel intention in having eminent personalities like our dignitaries here. NFED takes immense pleasure in inviting and honoring the chief guests and guests of honor in an exceptional way on all its memorable occasions. Likewise, in this auspicious 7th National Entrepreneurs Day Awards and celebrations, it's time to facilitate all our honorable chief guests and distinguished guests of honor who are the inspirers for many entrepreneurs in their professional walks of life. I now request our founder and chairman of NFED and chief patron, Professor Ganesan, to announce the conferment of awards for our honorable chief guests and distinguished guests of honor.
I, on behalf of Presidium of NFED, confer and endorse the Entrepreneurial Excellence Award on Honorable Chief Guest, Mrs. Devika Rani Vivekanandan, co-founder and Chief Operating Officer of LTT Global Communications Private Limited, Selangor, Malaysia, for her indomitable contribution to global mobile learning and edutainment services. All the best. Congratulations. On behalf of the Presidium of NFED, I confer and endorse the Entrepreneurial Excellence Award on Honorable Chief Guest, Mrs. Revati Sivakumar, Director, Go Bananas Play School and Preschool under Mayur Educational Trust, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, for her impeccable contribution to education and child development services. Congratulations, Madam. I, on behalf of Presidium of NFED, confer and endorse the Distinguished Women Entrepreneur Award on revered guest of honor, Mrs. Lata Krishna Kumar, Chief Executive Officer, Lacris Consultancy Services, Bangalore, Karnataka, for a splendid contribution to education and training services. Congratulations, Mrs. Lata Krishna Kumar. On behalf of Presidium of NFED, I confer and endorse the Distinguished Technopreneur Award on revered guest of honor, Mr. Nandakumar, founder and director, Covayon, London, United Kingdom, for his laudable contribution to business transformation and technology solutions. Congratulations, Mr. Nandakumar. I, on behalf of Presidium of NFED, confer and endorse the Distinguished Technopreneur Award on revered guest of honor, Engineer Balaji Subramanian, Managing Director, Sri Vijayabharati Associates, Harur, Dharmaburi District, Tamil Nadu, for his impeccable contribution to civil engineering and construction management. Congratulations, Engineer Bala Subramanian.
Thank you, Professor. Effective leadership is not about making speeches or being liked. Leadership is defined by results, not attributes. Peter Drucker. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our privilege to have a vibrant and dynamic entrepreneur among us, our honorable chief guest, Ms. Devika Rani Vivekanandan, co-founder and chief operating officer of LTT Global Communications Private Limited, Selangor, Malaysia. Ms. Rani began her career as a lecturer of law and later ventured into mobile learning. She formed the LTT Global with a vision to empower people and transform organizations by making learning accessible and affordable for all. Initially, she started teaching English via SMS and today is one of the global pioneers in mobile learning and learning experience portals. She has been instrumental in the development and implementation of numerous projects to create awareness through various joint activities together with the public, private, and academic sectors to encourage informal methods of learning in order to promote human capital development and impact lives through education. LTT Global is a key learning partner for impact projects in Malaysia, Indonesia, Nepal, Liberia, Uganda, India, and Nigeria, empowering women, youth, refugees, and people with special needs, amongst others. She has received various awards and accolades, including the Asia CEO Community's Inspirational Female Business Leaders Award, Women Excellence Award under the category of Women Entrepreneur in Education in the International Women's Day commemoration in 2016, Sri Lanka, Outstanding Women Entrepreneur Award at the 5th National Women's Day Awards 2018 by National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development. Ms. Rani also serves as honorary advisor, mentor, speaker, panelist, and member in committees driving the mobile sector. She is a member of the United Nations Global Alliance for ICT and Development, UNGAID, and member of the e-Learning Europa, an e-learning initiative of the European Commission seeking to mobilize the educational and cultural communities. She is also the co-founder of My Mobile University, co-founder of Asia Pacific Mobile Learning and Entertainment Advisory Panel, executive director in the Forum of Small Medium Economics Africa ASEAN Malaysia office. I now have the esteemed privilege to call upon our honorable chief guest, Ms. Devika Rani, to deliver the keynote address.
Thank you, madam. And can you all hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. And very happy afternoon to Professor uh, Karmavir Jodi, Professor Dr. Ganesan, and the board, and also all attendees and award recipients. It's a pleasure to be here, and I'm really honored to be this chief guest for this event. Thank you so much. Actually, your speech was very inspiring, Prof. You know, it reminded me of a WhatsApp message that I received a few days ago about how Lord Indra was upset with some farmers, and he said there's not going to be rain for 12 years, and so they tried to back him and everything, but he said no. Even if you go to Lord Shiva, he's not going to. Uh, unless Lord Shiva decides, then it's your good luck. But he whispered to Lord Shiva not to agree to the farmers, right? So then they were all just, there was no water and drought, and but there was one farmer who actually went to work every day without fail, you know, and the other farmers laughed at him and they said, why are you doing this? There's no water, there's nothing going to happen. But he said that if I was to wait for 12 years, I may forget my skills. So I have to like actually do it so that when the time comes, I'll be ready, right? So Lord Goddess Parvati, seeing this, she tried to actually coax Lord Shiva. So she very trickily, she said, because when Lord Indra said they will only get water when Lord Shiva plays his drum, right? So she went to him and she said, if you are not going to practice your drum for 12 years, you may forget your skill. And Lord Shiva, uh, you know, thinking what she said, he played the drum and there was rain everywhere. And the farmer who had worked on it, his crops started to actually grow, whereas everybody else had to start from scratch. So the story here is like exactly what you advised all of us, and like how you have also gone ahead with doing this awards despite the challenges and everything. So heartiest congratulations to you and heartiest congratulations to everybody. Thank you again for having
Thank you,
me.
thank you so much. Thank you. That's a good story. That's a good story.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for persuading our minds through exuberant address. Thank you. Without ambition, one starts nothing. Without work, one finishes nothing. The prize will not be sent to you. You have to win it. With this quote of Ralph Waldo Emerson, I heartily welcome our honorable chief guest, Ms. Revati Sivakumar, Director of Go Bananas Play School and Preschool, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Ms. Revati has completed her MEd and PG diploma in Montessori training along with special educator program in Netherlands. She is the director of Go Bananas, a full-fledged daycare center, play school and preschool with after-school activities, and also has tie-ups with corporate companies for daycare. Ms. Revati is also in charge of DTDC courier services at Royapeta, Chennai, including local, national, and international courier and logistics. She is also into marketing uniform saris for school teachers, nurses, receptionists, and other corporate companies. She is the president of Inner Wheel Club of Chennai Presidency for the year 2020 to 2021. I now have the immense pleasure to call upon our honorable chief guest, Ms. Revati Sivakumar, to deliver the special address.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon, all of you.
Good
Am I
afternoon,
audible?
ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ramya has highlighted about everyone today, about NFD and Mr. Ganeshan, and I think he doesn't need any introduction. All these years, he was really doing such a hard work. I can, when I was there in Coimbatore, I just saw how much he was working for this behind the successful story. Ramya, thank you so much for such a beautiful remarks about Dr. Ganeshan, and I think no one else could have done such a good honor for him today. Such a beautiful speech. Then Mr. Proud to be here today. Who was already see? I'm already the winner. 2 years back, I also got an award from Mr. Ganeshan, and it was such a nice, memory for me. And then, as he said, everyone needs a recognition. In our house, I was just mentioning Ganeshan the other day. What even if we cook, then we ask immediately, சாப்பாடு நல்லா இருந்ததா உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சதா அப்படி அப்போ நம்ம கேட்டாதான் அவளுமே சொல்வா ஆமா ஆமா நல்லா இருந்தது அப்படின்னு. So as a housewife itself, there is lot to think where the appreciation comes from. Unless and otherwise you ask for it, that is not it cannot be bestowed on you. But Ganeshan, after seeing his mother taken such a big this thing to honor so many of us, and it's a real proud moment for everyone. And பெண்ணாய் பிறப்பதே ஒரு பெரிய புண்ணியம் தவம் அது, that I realize every day. And as a mother and as a principal and as an entrepreneur, எந்த இடத்துலையுமே நம்ம வந்து we are so proud today to be born as a woman in this world. And இன்னைக்கு வந்து நம்ம அவார்டு வாங்க போற அத்தனை பேருக்குமே ரொம்ப பெரிய congratulations. And Devika ma'am, co-chief guest for me, and that story was, as Ganeshan said, it was so inspiring, and it gave away a lot of meaning actually. So you can send it to us, so that we can forward it to others also. Such a beautiful this thing, and looking forward for many events like this. And what to say, such a honor today. Yeah, I thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your enlivening address. Thank you.
Yeah.
When you play, play hard. When you work, don't play at all. Theodore Roosevelt. With this quote, I heartily welcome our revered guest of honor, Ms. Lata Krishnakumar, Chief Executive Officer of Lacris Consultancy Services, Bangalore, Karnataka. Ms. Lata is a corporate training professional having over 20 years of experience training entry-level to senior-level executives. She has worked with various corporates and trained for numerous organizations, including Sutherland, Slash Support, AceNet, Wipro, Tata, Excelsi, L&T Infotech, Nokia, Cognizant, CGI, Dell, Timken, Bluestar, etc. Her training and coaching sessions include gap analysis, gaining new skills in the desired area, evaluation, and pragmatic approach to learning. Her areas of expertise are employee engagement, business communication, creativity and innovation, design thinking, business writing, creative problem solving and decision making, leadership and team building, motivational training, time management, stress management, goal setting, personality development, innovation management, voice and accent training, cross-culture training, fluency programs, and customer service. Her training methodology includes role plays, exercises, quiz, and group activities. I now have the esteemed privilege to call upon our distinguished guest of honor, Ms. Lata Krishnakumar, to deliver the special address.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction. I hope all of you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. So first of all, I'm really honored, and once again, thank you. It's really an honor to be here with all these distinguished personalities, learning so much, like Miss Vivekanandan's story, and Professor Dr. Ganeshan's inspiring speech. It always inspires, as usual. Now, here, we are specifically into training and education. And like Madam Ramya has rightly said, I've been here in this field for almost 20 years. And one thing strikes me something that Warren Buffett has said. If you can't communicate and talk to other people and get your ideas through, then somewhere you are giving up on your potential. Now, this is something that we have to think about because this is where our youth are lacking. They're educated, no doubt. They are wonderfully educated, but when it comes to communication, to getting their ideas across, uh, we have a barrier. Okay, so according to national statistics, only 54% of our educated youth are employable. That's the truth. And for the last 3 years, they have remained. The employability of our Indian youth has remained at 46%. Now, there are various reasons for it. One of this being our education system. Our government has taken a step forward during this COVID period. We've seen a drastic change in the approach to education. It will take time. If it is implemented with the same spirit that it was created, the change was developed, I'm sure that in the foreseen future, we will see a lot of change in our perspective and approach to education. Now, it's just not education. If you ask the corporates, they will also tell you it is the attitude and the feeling with which uh, a student steps into the professional life, what the expectations are, what they expect, and in turn return to the company. Rightly pointed out by Professor Ganeshan, it is an entrepreneurial feeling that it's not necessary that you have to be an entrepreneur. You can be an employee and still take forward the spirit of entrepreneurship, and it's required. Any job that you do, whether you are part of an organization, whether you're not part of an organization, doesn't matter. But the feeling of me contributing to something should always be there. Our Prime Minister has a very ambitious project. He wants to train or upskill 40 crore youth by 2022. And Lapras Consultancy is trying to play its little role in this big picture. We take trading very seriously. It's just not a tick in the box for us. For us, whether be it individual, be it a company, it's equally important, and our approach, dedication, and devotion remains the same. So our training analysis is our USP. We go in depth. We do not believe in one size fits all. We actually take the trouble to understand what the need of the company or the individual is, and then tailor make our training accordingly. So, having said that, we also realize that though our, in the big picture, we just growing, we're taking our baby steps, but the feeling that we are also doing something greater, we are contributing to our country's growth, the youth, we're changing their mindset, making them more skilled. That motivates us every time. That is our strength. That is the reason we're going forward. So yes, it's a huge endeavor we have embarked on. We are moving just like the turtle in the story, slowly but steadily, but definitely towards our goal to change the mindset of our youth, to make them more skilled, better in communication, and with all the skills that's required to become a successful professional. We have uh, we have tied up with an MNC in bringing about transformation. So our whole intention is the training, whichever way, be it at school, be it at kindergarten, be it at corporate level, whatever training we do should bring about transformation. That should be our goal. Transformation, a very big change in the way people think, the way people work. That is very important. So, I will conclude my little speech here. And once again, I will thank all of you for listening to me very patiently. And let me also take this opportunity to congratulate all the awardees and chief guests. It's been an honor to be amongst you, and I'm sure just being in your august presence, I will also take away something very valuable from this interaction. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your scintillating address. Thank you. Nothing is worthy of man unless he can pursue it with passionate devotion. With this quote of Max Weber, I extend my warm welcome to our revered guest of honor, Mr. Nandakumar, founder and director of Covayon, London, United Kingdom. Mr. Nandakumar is responsible for Covayon's inception, growth, and innovative ideas. He steered Covayon by defining strategic direction and offerings, planning and executing growth plans, marketing, and service delivery. It specializes in delivering IT solutions across industry verticals such as banking and financial services, IT and ITES sectors, staffing and manufacturing by providing services on HCM, cloud, analytics, and mobility. Under Mr. Nanda's leadership, Covayon has grown manifold in the past decade in terms of manpower, skill set, and clients. Currently, Covayon serves over 200 customers across 45 plus countries and has provided job opportunities for over 200 college students. Mr. Nanda takes adequate risks, maintains quality relationships with all, and mentors and coaches people in the direction of success. Covayon Trust, which is a registered non-profit initiative aimed at fulfilling the social responsibilities of various Covayon Consulting, is committed towards the betterment of students and sports enthusiasts. Covayon also has offices at Florida, USA, and in India at Chennai, Bangalore, and Coimbatore. I now have the immense pleasure to call upon our revered guest of honor, Mr. Nandakumar, to deliver the special address.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for the wonderful introduction. I'm really honored to be here and be part of NFED's 7th National Entrepreneurship Day. I would also thank Mr. Professor Karmavir Ganeshan sir and all the other guest of honors. And we know the world is changing and the business is changing and the technology is moving faster than ever before. We as Covayon are here to ensure your business doesn't get left behind. Through cutting edge IT solution, automation, and robotics process, and using various other emerging technology, we help your organization to transform the business for future. We are always working hard to bring new and exciting IT solution on the table for our customers and for business like you. As our IT solution, we have built a new signature product called as a digital worker. And the digital worker takes the best of our robotic process automation and other emerging technologies like blockchain, machine learning, and artificial intelligence to help the business to grow faster. So the digital worker, it's just like an employee. It works faster and more accurate. And through our leadership, best practices, support, research, training, we provide a balanced solution for our customers to leverage the digital worker. So this will help in providing efficiency to processing and also accuracy through the workflows and the controls in place. And we have a handful of professionals who has worked with top-notch consulting firms and also built the whole solution for us. And the new digital worker has currently been specialized for digital HR, digital finance administrators, digital IT help desk, and the analytics person. And it is used by many of our customers. Each and every day, we strive to enable our clients to become self-sustained in their IT team using better infrastructure so they can use these automations and drive the future throughout their landscape. Last but not least, the new digital worker is embodied to our goal to inspire, inform, and innovate. We firmly believe that the future of the business relies heavily on automation. And by automating their process, they can be leaders. Last but not least, you can go ahead and curve the automation and remain competitive in the fast moving landscape. And I would encourage everyone and request everyone to be vigilant. And I strongly believe it's time to embrace the future. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for your exhilarating address. Thank you. Patience, persistence, and perspiration makes an unbeatable combination for success. Napoleon Hill. I express my hearty welcome to our distinguished guest of honor, Engineer Balaji Subramanian, Managing Director of Sri Vijayabharati Associates, Harur, Dharmaburi District, Tamil Nadu. Engineer Balaji has completed his Masters in Structural Engineering at Sri Krishna College of Technology, Coimbatore. He started his career as site and quality engineer and later moved on to begin his own enterprise. Initially, he was a structural consultant for residential buildings and then advanced to residential apartments, commercial and school buildings. He adopts latest technologies, including solar panels and rainwater harvesting in buildings in order to save environment and provide luxury life economically. He is a member of various professional bodies like Indian Concrete Institute and Indian Society for Structural Engineers, member of American Concrete Institute, life member of International Society for Research and Development, and also life member of NFED Coimbatore. He has attended various workshops, expos, and conferences and has published his research articles in journals. He also delivers special sessions and guest lectures under various topics in civil engineering discipline, motivational speeches on career planning, and entrepreneurship for students. He has been bestowed with Young Entrepreneur Award by National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development in its 4th National Entrepreneurs Day Awards 2017 and Global Excellence Award by National Integrity Cultural Academy, Chennai in 2019. I now have the esteemed privilege to call upon our distinguished guest of honor, Engineer Balaji Subramanian, to deliver the special address.
Good afternoon to all the dignitaries and my entrepreneur friends. First of all, my thanks to Dr. Ganesan sir, founder of NEFED, and its team for creating a socio-economic sustenance through entrepreneurship development among the entrepreneurs for motivating hard workers and real life achievers by awardees. And congratulations for all the awardees. I would like to share my own experience in the entrepreneurship field. During my studies, after completion of my 10th, while going 12th, first of all, I was plan to go study for computer science department. My principal said the computer science is, since he is a biology staff, he said me that if you go there, you will not develop your field. Better go for biology department. I said to him that I will assure it sure. I am give assurance. I just smiled and then went. Then after finishing that, after finishing of the entire batch out of 450 students, I had got a best outgoing student award. Next, in my next level, while my UG studies, I was planning to go for higher studies. My HOD has said that better you complete UG. Since I got my in 6th semester arrear, he said me that first complete the UG degree, then go for a PG degree. I just got smiled and I said her that only after 2 years I will be chief guest for this college. Sure, I'll give lectures to all the students, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Then after same as 2 years back, I completed my ME structures and I have got I went for the college as a guest lecturer and a guest of honor. Then in my life, I have attended a interview for 10 hours at Tirupur Teamage company, 10 hours, and my salary was 10,000 at 2016 after PG completion. And the same thing, I just, after 10 hours, he said me that the only salary for you is 10,000 after ME completion. Then I said to him that, sir, sure, we will be a competitor one day. Let's no problem like that. The same thing was happened after 3 years in a same Arur one textile building. Teamage and myself is a competitor. Teamage is for precast building. Myself is for RCC building. Same thing I has got achieved. The only thing among the entrepreneurs, what I'm coming to say is, whatever the competitor forces, whatever the opposite party comes, we should be always smile. We should not get anger, and we should take it in our mind that we should not attack them by force, everything. We should silently attack by achieving ours with our technical mind. We should achieve it. Next thing, the decision making. The decision making is the main thing for an entrepreneur. You just take the example in electronic in Bangalore, the IT companies was planned to move. Infosys, everything has planned to move to other city. Since the traffic from Hosur to traveling from Hosur to Bangalore is 2 to 3 hours. Then suddenly Engineer Gupta has planned, and he formed a team and he worked it, and finally the expressway is expressway for 15 kilometers. 15 kilometers they have constructed. Now the timing of Hosur to Bangalore is 1 hour. In this, the entrepreneurs should always think that we should always focus not only on a profit, and not only how to shine in a society. We should always think that how to easily feasible and how we are supporting to the society. Next thing, I always used to say my friends as only one civil engineer friends, only one dialogue. If water goes in a soil, it's very small, it will be well compacted. If water goes heavy, it will become a mud. Just one concept. We should always focus only on a quantity. We should always focus only on a quality. If we focus on a quantity, if, for example, in a soil, you take a more quantity of water, it will become a mud. It won't be get compacted. First, we should go focus on a quantity. If one quantity is we are compromising all, then we should go for a much quality. Then we should always focus the everything. We should do, if you think that we are going to achieve one thing, or if you going beyond your one project, we should not think only a positive thing. We should always think some negative which will cross us, which are the effects in this. Then only we can achieve. If you only focus on a one side, we cannot achieve anything. Thank you, friends. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for your exuberant address. Great men are never born. They are created through their wise actions out of self-realization and selfless deeds to enlighten millions as destined by the eternal master, Professor Dr. R. Ganesan. It is for all those who have made an unflagging standpoint in their entrepreneurial walks of life needs a nationwide appreciation and felicitation from our NFED. And now it's time for felicitating our national awardees in this auspicious 7th National Entrepreneurs Day Awards 2020. The name of the awardee will be called upon by the concerned dignitaries. I request the respective national awardee to unmute yourself to share your audio and video for a minute for your award conferment, and mute yourself after the announcement gets over. I now request our Honorable Founder and Chairman of NFED, Professor Dr. R. Ganesan, to announce the award endorsement to the following national awardee, Mr. Vaibhav Gadia.
I bestow the Young Entrepreneur Award to Mr. Vaibhav Gadia, Managing Partner, Copex International, Jamnagar, Gujarat. I
Mr.
wish you all the best.
Mr. Vaibhav Gadia is a graduate in mechanical engineering from Parul Institute of Engineering and Technology, Vadodara, Gujarat. He also has certifications in AutoCAD, International Business Management, and Export and Import Management. He has experience in design engineering and product development with knowledge of machine tool construction and design. He is a professional jewelry designer with over 7+ years of experience. He is also a trainer in jewelry designing and jewelry CNC manufacturing course using CAD CAM in both online and offline mode. He is the managing partner of Copex International. They are the manufacturers, suppliers, and exporter of brass components in India and abroad. Their products include brass electrical accessories and electrical components, copper fittings, battery terminals, copper lugs, aluminum products, brass locks and lock parts, sanitary parts, hose and plumbing fittings, etc. Congratulations, Mr. Vaibhav. Congratulations, Vaibhav. We can share the
Okay.
memories during
Yes.
that time. Yeah,
Thank you.
okay. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir, Dr. Ganesan, and all of you. Hello.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Professor. I now request our Honorable Chief Guest, Ms. Devika Rani, to announce the award endorsement to the following national awardees, Ms. Sangeeta Arunachalam and Ms. Hemalata M.
Thank you, madam. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I'd like to bestow Young Women Entrepreneur Award to Ms. Sangeeta Arunachalam, founder of Kadai
Ms.
Founder of Kadai Vidi and director of Y Because Rolfers Private Limited, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations.
Ms. Sangeeta is a chartered accountant and company secretary by qualification. After a few years of practice, she went on to start Smart Mummies, a Facebook support group for moms when she had her first child. As the group grew over time, she could identify quite a few mompreneurs emerged, and this led her to organize a couple of mompreneur exclusive exhibitions, which were a phenomenal success. In 2017, she jumped into the e-commerce industry by starting Kadaividi.shop. Kadaividi is one of the e-commerce portals that enables mompreneurs to sell their products and services. With a consumer base of more than 50,000 people and hundreds of mompreneurs, Kadaividi has evolved into a mompreneur program which trains moms in various fields like sales, branding, experiential marketing, and much more. Congratulations, Ms. Sangeeta Arunachalam.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I now present the Senior Women Entrepreneur Award to Ms. Hemalata, proprietrix of Marvin Trading Solutions, Bangalore, Karnataka. Congratulations.
Ms. Hemlata holds a master's degree in marketing with over 20 years in banking and automobile sectors. She has a wide range of experience serving as finance consultant, admin manager, sales manager, and customer relations executive in various companies such as Honda, Maruti Suzuki, HDFC Bank, Kotak Mahindra Bank, etc. Her areas of expertise include customer service relations, sales management, financial services, loan organization, staff training and development, relationship building and communication, banking products and services, new business development and revenue generation. She is the proprietrix of Marvin Trading Solutions, which is a finance consultancy that provides one-stop solution for all loan requirements. They offer institutional and retail loans, secured home loans, personal and car loans, etc. She has been bestowed with the Real Super Women 2020 award by Forever Star India Awards, FSIA. Congratulations, Ms. Hemlata.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. And it's been a great pleasure for me to recognize as the awardee because these kind of awards motivate us to work hard, literally to reach out to the customers and to get address and service all kind of category customers starting even if the rural customer doesn't have the much contact or awareness of the banking, we as a media or a connector, we act as a bridge between the customer as well as the finance institutions. Whether it could be an MNC, it could be a nationalized, it could be an NBFC, it could be a cooperative banks. But our motto is to serve the customer financially, those who are in need of money, and serving them in a better way. Our job, I mean, our company is running through most of the business in references only. Through the references only, we are getting n number of inquiries, just because the service what we are render to the customers, it's up to the mark and no one has complained against us. Even if there could be a delay in 1 or 2 days, but ultimately we are giving them the services to their satisfaction levels. Thank you everyone, thank you, good day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hemlata.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you, Ms. Devika Rani.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I now request our Honorable Chief Guest, Ms. Revati Sivakumar, to announce the award endorsement to the following national awardees, Ms. J. Rajalakshmi and Ms. Rashi Anand.
I now present Senior Woman Entrepreneur Award to Ms. J. Rajalakshmi, proprietor of Masters Arts Academy, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations.
Ms. Rajalakshmi has started the Masters Arts Academy with a goal to develop skills for students through co-curricular and after-school activities such as drawing, dance, music, yoga, martial arts, abacus, robotics, spoken English, Prachar Sabha Hindi examination, etc. Currently, the academy provides training for around 300 students in their desired area of interest and has encouraged them to participate in various events. At present, the students have achieved 3 national, 5 state, and 8 district karate championship in Silambam events, state level winners in Bharatanatyam and Western dance competitions, etc. The academy has expanded by including preschool, nursery, and kindergarten under the franchisee from I Play, I Learn. They have received Best Academy of the Year Award 2018 from Global Achievers Council, and Ms. Rajalakshmi has earned the prestigious Kala Ratna title from Rabba Media. Congratulations, Ms. Rajalakshmi.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. It's a great honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ms. Revati, kindly continue.
I confer Young Woman Social Entrepreneur Award to Ms. Rashi Anand, founder and CEO of Lakshyam NGO, New Delhi. Congratulations, Rashi.
Ms. Rashi is a passionate social entrepreneur and is the founder and CEO of Lakshyam. She holds a bachelor's in arts history from Delhi University, diploma in advertising and event management from National Institute of Advertising, Delhi, and master's in human rights from Indian Institute of Human Rights, and also completed social entrepreneurship program from Oxford University, London. She has a decade of experience in creating, developing, launching, and managing several social programs that has positively impacted the lives of numerous women and children in India. Lakshyam is actively involved in social and economic development through women empowerment, child education and development, as well as building sustainable social entrepreneurship models for the underprivileged communities. Over the past 8 years, Ms. Rashi has conceptualized, designed, and launched self-sustained programs and has established centers and operations across 11 states in India, which includes Butterfly Welfare and Education, Lakshyam Toy Library, and RU Awakening Women's Soul. This offers holistic education, development for children, and empowerment for women. Currently, 2 new social entrepreneurship ventures have been launched, namely Travel for Change and Lakshyam Holy Cow, for continuing the ongoing activities of the NGO in a self-sustainable model. Congratulations, Ms. Rashi Anand.
Thank you so much for the honor, and I would like to thank everyone for recognizing me with this award. And I think these kinds of awards help us and motivate us to go ahead and bring the impact that Lakshyam as an organization is trying to bring. And we work with women and children, and through the ventures, we are trying to make our organization sustainable. And thank you so much for the kind support.
Thank you, Rashid. Thank you, Ms. Revati.
Yeah, thank you.
I now request our distinguished guest of honor, Ms. Lata Krishna Kumar to announce the award endorsement to the following national awardees: Ms. Sona Pandey and Mr. B. Hariharan.
I confer Young Women Entrepreneur Award to Ms. Sona Pandey, founder and CEO of Grace Ladies Singapore. Congratulations.
Ms. Sona Pandey is a global entrepreneur and international professional coach. She has master's degree in science from Kumon University, India, and has also completed diploma and certificate programs in various disciplines such as geographical information system and remote sensing, computer and information technology, business enterprises and export management, speaking professionalism, facilitation skills for leaders, etc. She is the founder and CEO of Grace Ladies Singapore. Grace Ladies Club is providing cultural education, services, activities, and events at all levels in Singapore. It offers social and business networking opportunities at national and international levels. The club's activities and services include cultural education instruction classes such as music, dancing, drama and speech, arts and craft, painting, interior and party decoration, fashion and jewelry designing, handicraft products, designer wear, etc. Currently, the club has network in Singapore, India, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Australia, UK, and USA. Ms. Sona has been bestowed with various awards and accolades, including the Global Women's Summit Leadership Award 2011 by Women Information Network USA, Wellness Ambassador Award 2012 from RU Herba Singapore, Asia Top Business Award 2016 from International Business Federation, and Young Women Social Entrepreneur Award 2018 from National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development. Congratulations, Ms. Sona Pandey.
Hello, yeah. Hi, good afternoon to everyone. And very first, I would like to say thanks to Professor Ganesan to bring such amazing and successful entrepreneurs together, even this COVID situation. So I'm really thankful for that. And I must say, like Professor Ganesan, I'm very, inspired through your speech today. So it is really amazing for me. And as a global entrepreneur, I am connected with many entrepreneurs worldwide. So I want to say, like, these kind of awards or appreciations are always give a positivity to the entrepreneurs to grow further and to do something new. So I would like to say thanks to NFED platform to give such kind of awards and to organize such a nice event, even online. If because this year it was not possible to do offline, so it is really amazing that you arranged it on online. So definitely it is like an amazing achievement for all of us. And I must say this award definitely adds some value, even more value in my entrepreneurship journey. And in the end, I would like to say my best lines, that is the give to the world the best you have and the best will come back to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Sona. Ms. Lata, kindly continue.
I now present Young Entrepreneurship Award to Mr. B. Hariharan, proprietor of Veda Associates, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. Congratulations, Hariharan.
Mr. Hariharan is a civil engineer with over 10 years of experience in the construction industry. His field of expertise includes commercial and residential projects, planning and drafting, site layout, design, instruction creation, new product introduction, etc. He is the proprietor of Veda Associates. It is a medium-scale company located at Chennai, Tamil Nadu. They handle construction works for commercial complexes, residential buildings, apartments, bungalows, hotels, etc. They offer construction-related consulting works as well as government-related services such as obtaining building permission, completion certificate, plan approval, building development, estimation and casting, quality check and analyzing, etc. Mr. Hariharan is a registered construction engineer and registered engineer grade 2 with Chennai Metropolitan Development Authority and also a registered construction engineer with Greater Chennai Corporation. Congratulations, Mr. Hariharan. Yep, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Lata. I now request a distinguished guest of honor, Mr. Nandakumar, to announce the award endorsement to the following national awardee, Dr. Mithilesh Satyanarayanan.
I confer Young Entrepreneur Award to Dr. Mithilesh Satyanarayanan, founder and CEO of MIT Square Services Private Limited, Bangalore, Karnataka. Congrats, Mithilesh.
Yeah. Dr. Mithilesh is an educator and entrepreneur and is an alumnus of University of London with PhD in computer science. He closely works with Make in India initiatives. His expertise in technology research at both theoretical and application levels ranges from industrial projects to academics in the domains of education, engineering, and healthcare. His major research focuses on smart technologies, communication systems and data science, information science, human-computer interaction, and social informatics. He has won several research awards and has been invited as a research consultant at various industries. Dr. Mithilesh is the founder and CEO of MIT Square Services Private Limited, which is headquartered in Bangalore, India, and has its presence in Southampton, UK. MIT Square is a business growth and consulting company engaged in advising, executing, and transforming businesses. Their services include incubation and startup, creating business blueprints, establishing business framework, drafting and complying with startup regulations, business operations, talent enablement and acquisition, innovation and research, patent filing, product design and development, IT and engineering services, manufacturing and supply of various technological and non-technological products. Congratulations, Dr. Mithilesh.
Thanks a lot for the kind introduction, Ramya ma'am. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
I would like to deeply thank National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Foundation, NFED team, especially Karmavir Jyoti Professor Dr. Ganesan sir, for establishing a unique organization catering to the socio-economic development through entrepreneurship. This has created an entrepreneurship or cult across the nation to bring in socio-economic sustenance through entrepreneurship development, which I see from a global perspective. This is really hats off to you, sir. I would also like to thank members of the award panel, family members, and all the other entrepreneurial family who have joined us. Once again, thank you for this award. I honestly never expected that when I sat down at desk in London a few months back. I just started a firm in Bangalore. I just started in Jan or Feb, and we ended up in pandemic. So I had no idea where I stood, a chance to prove myself during this unprecedented times. So it's kind of a real motivation for me to prove something better and to do something for the betterment of the society. At an age of 19, maybe when I was pursuing my engineering, I realized some of my friends from rural side struggled to pay college fees and they were not allowed to attend class. So that's pathetic in India. The moment you don't pay your college fees, you don't attend the class. So education has to be provided for free, which I really felt. And for me, coming from a humble background, even I found it very difficult to pay my school fees and college fees. This forced me to start Raj Square Charity Foundation at the age of 19. I used to raise funds for my friends to make them study, make them pay for their college fees, and make them give more training to get placement in different companies. So we started raising funds from neighbors, known networks, and that's how it has come over the last 9 years. Through this mode, I continued to pay my school fees, college fees. Then with just a flight ticket, I came to UK to pursue my master's and PhD. It's a long way. I don't want to get emotional, but this kind of things has made me really, really strong. I've raised my family. Now my parents are very happy, and this is my first entrepreneur award. So it's quite, it makes you really feel good that you have done something to the society, to yourself. And yeah, as Ramya ma'am mentioned, we provide a lot of services to the society. We provide a lot of NGO activities. We provide students to build, upskill. We try to place them in different companies through networks. And yeah, we are happy to support in all possible ways to underprivileged people. Now, when I look back, there are many more catalysts for what has made me this way. But the most defining moment was deciding to think this way, to get into entrepreneurship, have my own firm, rather working under some big company as a slave. It's better to be the king and do a lot of good things to the community. And I will continue to do a lot of good things with a lot of support from you people. And yeah, this award means a lot to me. It's a symbol that I see it plant in myself. I grow into something that someone else can also use. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot for this wonderful opportunity.
Congratulations, Dr. Mithilesh.
Yeah, congratulations and thank you, Dr. Mithilesh. Thank you, Mr. Nandakumar. I now request
Thank you.
our distinguished guest of honor, Engineer Balaji Subramanian, to announce the award endorsement to the following national awardee, Mr. Piyush Kandalkar.
I confer Young Entrepreneur Award to Mr. Piyush Kandalkar, Director of Auroville Biopolymer India Private Limited, Pune, Maharashtra. Congrats, Piyush Kandalkar, sir.
Mr. Piyush Kandalkar is a graduate in mechanical engineering and has work experience in corporates with a sound knowledge of plastic processes widely used in the manufacturing sector and technical knowledge about the plastic industry. He ventured into finding alternatives to plastic packaging and started the project of biodegradable packaging. He is the director of Auroville Biopolymer India Private Limited, Pune, Maharashtra. Auroville is committed to provide eco-friendly packaging solutions by use of biodegradable polymer blends as raw material for flexible packaging products. The products are suitable for all applications such as solid waste management, agriculture, industries, business houses and retails, including shopping and grocery bags, grains and food packing, industrial packaging, garbage bags for food waste, household and hospital waste, etc. Mr. Piyush has involved in extracurricular activities such as NCC, Defense Force, NSS, martial arts and sports. He is also interested in musical instruments and traveling. Congratulations, Mr. Piyush.
Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the great introduction. I'm extremely honored to be receiving such a great award for me. I'm honestly grateful for the recognition I have received for my work. Basically, I have started the manufacturing of biodegradable packaging products with an aim to eliminate the plastic from our society. And it was just work to initiate for the waste management. And I'll be continuously moving towards my aim concretely with many more additions to the ideas to contribute the field of waste management. Honestly, such recognitions are really most motivational for the entrepreneurs like us. Thank you very much for it.
Congratulations, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Piyush. And thank you, Mr. Balaji. The success of all NFED's national events are well appreciated by all its past dignitaries and awardees across the nation. However, the possibility of any organized implementation and quality centrism occurs only with the diligent workforces who are behind the screen and great facilitators internally as well as externally in our NFED to make this national awards ceremony a grand success. NFED never failed to appreciate their commendable support and strenuous efforts over years in the past and present. It is time to recognize all the national facilitators who are the real pillars of the 7th National Entrepreneurs Day Awards. I request the concerned National Facilitator Awardee to unmute yourself to share your audio and video for your award conferment and short profile announcement and then mute yourself thereof. I now request our Honorable Founder and Chairman of NFED, Professor Ganesan, to announce the award endorsement to the following national facilitators. Mrs. B. Pavla Selvi, Mrs. Harini Ramaratnam, and Mr. N.R. Jaswin Kumar.
I, on behalf of Presidium of NFED, endorse the National Facilitator Award to Mrs. B. Pavla Selvi, Teacher Mathematics, Holy Family Convent Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Kilkatalai, Chennai, Tamil Nadu, and Guide Captain, Bharat Scouts and Guides.
Mrs. Pavla Selvi possesses more than 25 years of teaching experience and has served in various reputed matriculation schools in and around Chennai. She is a life member of NFED, and for her splendid contribution to teaching, she has been conferred with Senior Women Educator Award on 8th March 2019, an Outstanding Educator and Trainer Award on 5th September 2019 by NFED in its 6th National Women's Day Awards and 10th National Teachers' Day Awards respectively. Thank you, Mrs. Pavla Selvi.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. I sincerely thank our chairman, KVJ Professor Dr. Ganesan, sir, and Executive Chairman, ma'am, Ramya, ma'am. And also, I take this opportunity to congratulate Master Jaswin Kumar for his tremendous support as Deputy Technic Head. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
I, on behalf of Presidium of NFED, endorse the National Facilitator Award to Mrs. Harini Ramaratnam, Founder, Viva Education Services Corp, Bengaluru, Karnataka, and Executive Board Member of NFED Business Facilitators Forum, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu.
Mrs. Harini is a life coach and mentor and conducts training programs on life skills, leadership skills, soft skills, and delivers sessions on parenting skills. She also conducts workshops and coaching sessions for students on academic excellence through goal setting, memory and concentration, exam stress, anxiety, etc. She is the recipient of many awards, such as the Lioness Best Trainer Award at Women Leadership Conference in 2018, Top 150 SME Women Entrepreneur 2019 Award, and also Young Women Entrepreneur Award by NFED in its 7th National Women's Day Awards 2020. She is also a life member of NFED. Thank you, Mrs. Harini.
Thank you so much. Thanks for honoring me once again. Glad to be part of NFED and congratulate NFED team for one more successful show. Thanks, Professor Sir. You've been supportive a lot to me from the day I came to know about you. And Ramya ma'am, you're rocking also always. Keep. And I truly appreciate Jaswin for doing so much at the back end. Congrats to the whole team and all the members of NFED. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Harini.
On behalf of Presidium of NFED, I endorse the National Facilitator Award to Mr. N.R. Jaswin Kumar, Youth Facilitator and Deputy Technical Head, National Foundation for Entrepreneurship Development, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu.
Mr. Jaswin Kumar is pursuing his grade 11 in Staines Anglo-Indian High Secondary School, Coimbatore. He is active in application learning techniques and software development. He started his social career as volunteer in NFED and has served as facilitator and event anchor to NFED's national events since 2017. He engages in designing flyers, brochures, promotion materials, etc., along with hosting and mobilizing NFED's national and international webinars, web conferences, and publications. He has been appointed as the Youth Facilitator and Deputy Technical Head of NFED for his diligent efforts and remarkable contribution towards facilitating NFED's national events. Thank you, Jaswin.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks to our Honorable Founder and Chairman of NFED, Professor Ganesan, for formally closing the 7th National Entrepreneurs Day Awards. I, on behalf of Presidium of NFED, express my hearty congratulations to Chief Guests, Guest of Honor, and all national awardees of this memorable event, and wish you all success in your professional walks of life. I now request a few national awardees to share their thoughts and memories about this remarkable E-Awards ceremony. The awardees who are willing to share, kindly click the raise hand option to be unmuted. Do we have any awardees? Yes, Ms. Sangeeta Arunachalam.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Professor Dr. Ganesan. Good evening to the dignitaries and good evening to the award winners. Honor to receive this award. I've been meeting with a lot of women entrepreneurs and mom entrepreneurs, especially. So it is definitely a reassurance that we're going in the right direction, and it gives us quite a lot of confidence to do more. I'm not very sure if this award is deserving at this point, but it gives me more confidence to work harder so that I become deserving of this award. My sincere thanks to Harini ma'am and Dr. Professor Ganesan for giving me this opportunity to meet and interact with the esteemed dignitaries and the award winners. Thank you so much again for this honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sangeeta.
Thank you, Ms. Sangeeta. Thank you.
Mr. Vaibhav. Mr. Vaibhav Gadia. Are you available,
I
Mr.
think
Vaibhav?
I think Nandakumar wants
Yes.
to speak.
Hello.
Let Nandakumar.
Hello. Thanks. Hello.
Yes, yes, we can hear you, Mr. Vaibhav.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dr. R. Ganesan and all of you for this award. Okay. And my yes, I am very strong for that. You have the starting of my business for export related. So all of thanks and all of you for this award. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Vaibhav.
Yes, Mr.
Yes,
Nandakumar.
Nandakumar, Mr. Nandakumar.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Mr. Professor Ganeshan, sir. It is a wonderful opportunity. And also, it was great to hear from other chief guests, especially from Revati about continuous learning, from Lata about transformation in terms of education, and Deviki Madam for the continuous effort. The little story she told about it was a fantastic one. And about Balaji, about focus on the quality. It is good to hear from all of you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Nandakumar.
Thank you, Mr. Miss Devika.
Thank you so much. First of all, I want to say that you have really been a great moderator, and I love the way you presented all your quotes and everything. Congratulations to you, Ramya. And I also like to thank NFED and the board for this recognition, for the award that they have bestowed upon me for entrepreneur excellence in global mobile learning, because mobile learning actually has been a very long journey, 17 years, but nobody actually believed that they could learn on devices. But today, thanks to infrastructure and people's mindset, they are ready to learn. So thanks again, because it actually reconfirms that, that what I'm doing is right, and I'm really excited, and happy birthday to NFED. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ms.
Thank you.
Devika.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, Miss Hemalata.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Ganeshan sir. Thank you for honoring me this award. It's a great pleasure for me, and even I look forward to continue with the great services to the society, along with many more recognitions like this. And thank you for giving me an opportunity being the part of 7 National Entrepreneurs Day Award. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Hemlata.
Thank you.
Do we have any national awardees who's willing to share?
If no national awardees are there, I will say something to the people.
Yes, sir. Yes, continue.
No, if anybody is there, then I'll wait for the people. Sona Pandey, you want to say something? Sona Pandey wanted to say something to the gathering. Apart from a thanks note, you can say something to the people who are here, and you have been a successful women entrepreneur across the globe.
Yeah, really, I'm really thankful to give me this opportunity and for this amazing award. As I am a global entrepreneur, and I'm, connected. I'm in my connection. There are a lot of entrepreneurs, and definitely, this kind of award is really amazing for any entrepreneur. So I'm really thankful to you to create such a nice platform for the entrepreneurs. And very important thing nowadays is, because due to the COVID, there are the lot of losses, and entrepreneurs are also facing a lot of challenges. And during this condition also, you are supporting to them, and you are motivating to them to come together and to do something and collaborate together, and to do work further and to grow further together. So it is really an exciting point for each and everyone, for all of us. Really, it's an amazing evening today for me. Right now I am in Singapore. Basically I live in USA, but due to I am on my business trip here. Yes, so I came here during the COVID situation, and I was on the 14 days quarantine. And today just finished my quarantine, and I came to my another hotel. So I'm attending this program from my hotel. So it's really amazing, because now the technology is too much, growing actually. We all are from the different parts, different countries and different states, but we are all together on through this technology. So, and we all entrepreneurs are very excited to know more about it. So that is very important for all of us. So please keep growing and collaborate together, do something together. And nowadays, the gone are the days like competition. Now the collaboration. So just believe in yourself and connect with each other. And there are a lot of opportunities are here, not only on the national, even on the international level. We all entrepreneurs are same. We all have the same mindset. Definitely we can do work together, we can grow together. So thank you so much. Thanks to all of you, and congratulations to all awardees, and thank you so much to all the guest of honors. Really thankful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ms. Sona.
If anybody is not there, then I can continue my note. I have some tips to be given to all the entrepreneurs. Anyways, I don't want to take a long address. Those awardees are outnumbered here. I wanted to say something. If anybody is there, you can intervene. You can just put your expressions on your memories. Otherwise, I will take an advantage to talk.
I think you can continue, sir.
Yeah, I can continue. Yes, well. So I always say this thing to all the entrepreneurs, even to myself also. Whatever I write, it's not that it's a proverb. It's very easy to preach, art to perform. So once I perform, only I start preaching it. Otherwise, I don't preach anything to anybody. The best, wiser way of doing things is keeping quiet. That's what I feel, according to me. If you don't do anything, then you keep quiet. If you are want to do something, some change you wanted to bring in, then you're to the first person to submit yourself to do the things. So the proverb goes like this: fail to learn success. This is a simple proverb. Even I am going to put it in the award committee also the same thing. So how many failures you have seen as in your life as an individual, or as a businessman, or as an employee, all the things are comprehended towards to you today as a successful person. So the problem is that people don't want to see failures. That is the problem of today. Today's young entrepreneurs, they always wanted to do everything at ease, without doing some groundwork, some excavation you have to do for what if you wanted to find something which you lost, you are an earring or a ring in your hand or anything you lose by mistake, not intentionally, you'll try to search every place. Am I correct? So you do all the searching everywhere and finally you find it somewhere. But by searching, you'll take a lot of steps. Maybe usually we search in some places where you always do mistakes. When you're lying in the bed, you lose your earrings. It happens with a lot of females also. So, and you do all the brooming, everything you have to find that particular earring or stud. Am I right? Am I right or wrong? I think I'm right. So when you do like that, so that means what? You're taking an effort to do that. That's what is the story behind. Of course, within the house, it will not be lost. Finally, you'll be getting the things. Once you get the things, you'll be very happy. If it is a gold ring, for that matter, or if it's a diamond ring, for that matter, you'll be very happy. Because you always have a worry, oh my God, I lost my ring. Because you earned the money with the thing you bought, you bought all the things, the prestigious things for your sophisticated living or luxurious living, whatever you call. So when you lose something, only we know the value. Similarly, when you fail so many times, only we know the value of success. So this is one thing, one Tarak Mantra that the entrepreneurs have to keep in their mind. This is where the entrepreneurs always fail. Once they see success, they will not wanted to see a failure. So that means that's why there are a lot of courses in a country like India with a lot of entrepreneurs. They start one enterprise without continuing the other enterprise. They go to serial entrepreneurship. Again, they'll fail, and this is also failure. And the problem with women entrepreneurs, even Sona Pandey has to do something, and Mrs. Devika Rani also do something on this regard, because they're all global entrepreneurs. To stand everybody character on the women entrepreneurial domain. If they say, then they will be people will have to follow it, because their experience speaks. Mrs. Devika speaks means as a towering experience of 30 years before with her to talk about mobile university or whatever you call. And Sona Pandey talks about dress ladies and all. People know that they're successful over a period of time. More than 15 years, they are into the show of integrating women entrepreneurs. So the question is, women entrepreneurs, again, they are also doing the same mistake. without even she has written an article. Sona Pandey has written an article about a case study where I have been editing the article, and of course it has been published also. She knows that. So the question comes on like this: the women have the problem of intuition only. I think, if I'm correct to understand, they don't get a positive intuition to anything what they do. Okay, excluding these women entrepreneurs today who are in the award ceremony here. Basically, we talk about women always very much panic towards the intuitions, more towards the negativity. They always think that there is an inability within themselves. This is one problem of overcoming that individual enterprising quality. Forget about becoming an entrepreneur. That entrepreneur is a bigger game. If you talk about 5-6 years, you have to be in the field and you have to know what is what, then to nurture to and become an entrepreneur, sprout to become an entrepreneur. So this is one thing what women have to do. The awardees, I mean to say, mostly the national awardees, women entrepreneur awardees, have to carry this message to your fellow women. As Sona Pandey has already cited that it's now there's no more competition, it's a collaboration. So this is what I wanted to finally complete my talk in these lines. That is, in the pandemic only, I already told long back, also 2015, I was saying about NBFF. Maybe Nandakumar knows that. When he was there in the awards in 2015, we have been launching this NBFF. That is one particular reason for calling Nandakumar today's award ceremony, because he was introduced by Bobby Matthew, and Bobby Matthew has been highlighting that. And National Business Facilitator, NFID Business Facilitators Forum was officially launched on 2015, where Nandakumar was there in the ceremony at Aloft Hotel. I think Nandakumar remember that time, 7th November 2015. If I'm right, my mind is correct to recognize things. So at the time when we started this Business Facilitator Forum, people are not serious. Of course, we made a very great debate on the day and the award ceremony to talk about integration, all those things. And at the time, people are not so much listening. So anyway, I kept my vision always as usual. As people say that I always continue with marching with like Joseph Stalin with my all will. I never set back. But again, 2020, again I started. The same NFID Business Facilitator Forum has been started again. In the pandemic, I made it in a very big way to go to reach all the entrepreneurs, and I started this principle of saying to all the entrepreneurs, think about interdependency. Don't think about your independency, because the entrepreneurs always think about individual growth. That is one of the traits of entrepreneurs, to prove themselves, to prove their identity, to prove their uniqueness in what they do. And as you can say USPs, what you do, that and all, it's okay. But in the pandemic, in an unprecedented situation, we don't know what is going to happen in another 3-4 months, whether this pandemic will be over across the globe or it's going to be continued for another 3-4 months. We don't know that. But interdependency is a concept which entrepreneurs have to follow. This is not there in the book of Peter Drucker on innovation entrepreneurship. But I am saying, as his grand student, I am saying that this interdependency is very, very important, where one has to support other. In a way, both will sustain. Both will survive in the whirling wind of disasters or any uncertainties which is going to come up in our future entrepreneurial walks of life. So that concept, I think all the entrepreneurs, international entrepreneurs like Devika Rani or Sona Pandey or Nandakumar, have to give a serious thought about collaborating with us also in a way. Because the surprising thing today, you might be not knowing, even I know that because as a founder, all the 5 dignitaries are all our life members. Devika Rani or Nandakumar or Balaji Subramaniam, or this side you can talk about Lata Krishna Kumar or Nandakumar, all are our NFID's life members. And they never thought that I'll be calling them for this award ceremony. That is one of the... And Nandakumar was shocked actually. When I was saying something message to him, he was shocked and he was saying that, well, sir, is it what I have to do in this thing? He was not feeling different, because usually he used to take a lot of sessions and all across the globe. So he thought that, so sir is calling me for this award ceremony. What I am going to do in the award ceremony? There is a lot of confusion. Even Lata Krishna Kumar has this sort of a doubt. So that question is, why we put all our life members here is very, very important, because they are traveling with us for a very rough time. And indirectly, we are also giving the message that life members have to carry this mission to all the across the people, whomsoever you are coming across. Say it a professional, say it a freelancer, we all integrate with these people to survive. And also in a way, if we do like that, you will also grow together. Mutually, we can have the win-win. As Sona Pandey has rightly told, collaboration is one of the essentialities in the current pandemic, you can say. Even the post-pandemic, I can cite again. So hope that you all take it these suggestions in the righteous perspective, and try to collaborate with us also in one way or the other to do a lot of programs to attract people. Of course, business is always there. We all know that. We'll be moderate, because we can't be too much ambitious to make a charge of in the webinars or seminars or even workshops. We always totally put it the lowest charge. A lot of people are doing the work, 5 days program, 5,000 rupees they're making, but people are not coming. That is not important. How many people are going to garner in your program? That is very, very important. So I tested this model of webinars, of keeping a very, very low cost of 300 rupees for 2 days with 5 hours. People are coming. The research webinar, even entrepreneurship development webinar, I'm keeping, people are coming. The question is not that money. It's a question of people's situation also we should keep in mind, the pandemic. We can survive as an entrepreneur, but all the people have to be a part of our enterprising endeavors for our existence. People like Devika also to be part of it, because they are all existing for a long time. We know that 25 to 30 years, you are all more than 3 decades were existing and established women entrepreneur across the globe. And Sona Pandey, more than 15 years, she was an established women entrepreneur across the globe. And Nanda Kumar for more than 10 years. Likewise, Bala Subramanian for more than 10 years. So, and Lata Krishnan for more than 20 years. So you're all established, but even then we have to exist. That is a indirect, you can say, condition clause for an entrepreneur to survive in this sort of a situation. I hope that you all take this message as a righteous note and a comprehensive perspective what I have said to you. Thank you so much for the patient listening. I wish you all success in your entrepreneurial endeavors. Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Ramya, for giving the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. So before we conclude, I think we can get a screenshot of everyone. So I request all the awardees to switch on that video, and I request our youth facilitator to put everyone in the spotlight so that we can get a screenshot. So done. Okay then. Thank you. So we'll conclude now. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. I, on behalf of Presidium of NFED, heartily thank our honorable chief guests and distinguished guests of honor for their venerated presence in making the 7th National Entrepreneurs Day a memorable one and a grand success. I feel it's indeed my duty to thank our honorable founder and chairman of NFED, Professor Dr. Ganesan, for recognizing entrepreneurs from different states across the nation and across the globe and virtually hosting this memorable e-awards ceremony. I extend my sincere thanks to all the national awardees for their august presence and appreciate their work in coming from different states of India to make this auspicious event a mega success. I heartily thank the Presidium members, advisory board members, deans, technical heads, chapter heads, life members and associates of NFED for showering their unflagging support to this National Award ceremony. I express my sincere thanks to Mr. V. Saravanan, Managing Director of Bonfring Technology Solutions and Director of Sentivance Institute of Innovative Research for his constant support. I also thank all our friends and well-wishers for their continuous support to this event. And this hard copy of the certificate, award plaque, and award compendium will be dispatched to all the national awardees to your residential address on or before 30th of November. And by tonight, you will be receiving the e-certificate. E-certificate alone will be, you'll be receiving through email. And the recording of this award ceremony, the video link as well as the snapshots from this ceremony will be emailed to you, will be emailed to everyone. And the award winners list will be uploaded in our awards website as a permanent record. And the link also will be sent to you. All these things will be sent to you in 5 days time. By November 13th or 14th, you'll be receiving this.
Feedback.
Yeah, feedback link will be shared to you in this window as well as in the webinar, in the group, in this awardee group in the WhatsApp. The feedback link will be sent. You can kindly fill the feedback form. And we have our upcoming global web conference in January 29th and 30th. We are launching our first solo international web conference. And you'll be receiving all the details pertaining to that in your email. It will be sent to you. So I request all your support and participation in our web conference. And thank you all. Thank you for participating. Thank you for taking your time. And I can see all the messages in this chat window. Thank you everyone. Thank you for the facilitators and all the awardees.
May I speak?
Yeah, someone is. Yeah, Miss Devika. Yes. You're not audible. Can you unmute? Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
Okay, so as taking steps towards what Prof has said just now, so I like to offer to be his digital learning partner for his global conference so that all the participants will receive a subscription for my portal complimentary. So that's my first part of collaboration.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Devika. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Devika.
Most welcome.
So thank you all. Let's conclude now and let us all rise for the national anthem.
Sorry, Ramya.
Okay.
I think,
Yes.
Madam Revati wants to say something.
Madam Revati.
Madam Revati? I don't know where she is.
She's here.
Yeah. Thank you, Deviki ma'am. See, in fact, I wanted to say that this was really a eye opener and very nice event. And anyone from this who are in the education field, this thing is to have an integration program for the hearing handicapped along with the normal children. I want to do that. That's why I started the school. But during this pandemic time, we are forced to close the school for some time. But still, I am on that. If Sonia or Madam Devki can help us in getting these things organized through any of your channels, I'm so happy, because these children need some come back. They are all the time in the back. They have to come to the forward. This thing. So normal children, along with the regular children, these handicapped children, I can't say handicapped, they are hearing in the impaired children, must come on the regular panel. That is my ambition in my life, and I want to do it. And if any of you help me to do this, I'll be very happy. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yes, Sona Pandey. Yes, please unmute yourself. Sona, unmute yourself.
Hello. Yeah. I would like to share with all of you that I am working on a new project, that is the Grace Ladies Online Self-Employment School. And I'm looking for more and more collaboration in India also. Basically, this project is on the global platform, but in India, I'm looking for more collaboration, because in India, there are a lot of, this project is really very helpful for the housewives and the girls who are in the college, so and they want to start, and they want to start their own business and want to be self-employed. So it's a very well structured platform which I'm going to create. And if any of you would be interested to know more about it and want to collaborate with me, then please contact me. I'll share. I think Professor Ganesan can share my number and everything with all of you.
Yes, I can do it.
Yeah, so it's a very nice project, and it's good if I can collaborate with all of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sure.
Anyways, in the award compendium which you will be receiving, all your
email
IDs will be given so that you can utilize that.
But I can send a mail. That's not a problem to Deepika Rani and Sona Pandey and Raviti Sivakumar. I can
our addresses are changed now. You can take.
I will give the number so that you can give the WhatsApp number of Sona Pandey and Devika Rani to you, so that you can take a lead on that.
Thank you so much.
No, even the address to send the certificates, we all have changed our addresses.
You can send it to our mail or WhatsApp.
Yeah. You can send it to in the WhatsApp, Mrs.
So don't send to the old address. You use.
No. I don't do that. Don't. Please do that. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
You can conclude, Ramya. Yes.
Yes. Okay then. Thank you. So let us all rise for the national anthem. Thank you all. Thank you for your participation. So we are now signing off. Thank you, everyone.